talking about Alzheimer's today. Alzheimer's is a disease that destroys brain cells and is disturbingly growing rapidly through this country and through the world. According to the Alzheimer's Foundation of America, the number of people 65 and older with Alzheimer's will double between the years 2010 and 2050 to 88.5 million people, or 20% of the US population. Over the past decade, doctors and scientists have been able to notice early onset Alzheimer's and even slow the stages, but not much progress has been made to cure this disease. I have spent not just weeks, but years studying the effects of Alzheimer's, detailed accounts on what it does to people. On a personal note, my close grandma had Alzheimer's for the past 13 years of her life until she died a little over a month ago. So from someone without a medical degree, I know a good bit about this disease and a lot to tell y'all. Alzheimer's is a unique disease, a disease that needs to be more addressed to the people of this country. I will tell you all here today what the early on symptoms, what ways to slow down the disease are, and what to expect psychologically from both the victims and their family members. There are many classic early onsets of Alzheimer's given from about.com. Four main clear known symptoms are memory problems, communication difficulties, and problem completing familiar tasks. These symptoms are very difficult to spot at the beginning because we all make these mistakes every now and then. But the people with this disease becomes a more natural occurrence. There are also more complex symptoms that stand out more in people with Alzheimer's disease, such as lapse in judgment, making unwise personal, social, or financial decisions, distortion of time and place, misplacing objects, and changes in mood or behavior. These complex symptoms are the end of stage 1 of Alzheimer's, and these people should see their doctor immediately. Though there are no definite cures for Alzheimer's, there are ways to slow down this progression. The number one way to slow down the stages is to keep the brain stimulated. The number one way, research from caring.com says the best way to keep the brain stimulated is to encourage the person to participate in activities they enjoy, such as puzzles, board games, and other mental activities. This is the main purpose of nursing homes and in-home nursing care, to keep the patients active and healthy as possible. And as you can see in this visual aid right here, the top shows normal working brain cells, and the bottom shows all the lit up areas where there's damaged brain activity. Alzheimer's disease can be tough on the family members and their friends as much as it is the actual patient. When a family member is caring for someone close to them with Alzheimer's, it is the most difficult job in the world. According to Livestrong.com, the psychological devastation to caregivers of a person with Alzheimer's is unimaginable. The emotional adjustment causes caregivers a tidal wave of effects of emotion, of sadness, depression, and anger. The caregiver can become torn apart after years of taking care of their loved one. This leads to a fluctuation in weight, tendencies of becoming more distant of social events. It is not an easy job. Fortunately, many family members work together and do not have to work on this alone. Alzheimer's is without question a slow, growing, and emotionally painful disease for all. It is a disease that tests not just the patient but their family members as well. I believe that through awareness we can yearn the knowledge of how to adjust and slow down, but not just slow down, but cure Alzheimer's. I hope y'all learned something today. Thank you for your time.